Hello friends, this is Cara-Renee with B.Reborn Art and Healing, coming to you with part 3, of the Autumn Garden Journal. This is the second prize in the 2,000 subscriber giveaway. I will talk about the drawing expectations at some point in the video. I will also put it in the video description. Hopefully I will remember to do that. Maybe I should just do it now. So we hit 2,000 subscribers. If you follow me, you already know that. It came upon me really quick. So this is the second prize, which is this beautiful Autumn Diary Journal. The first prize is going to be a full probably a 3 signature journal called Autumn Garden, and that's going to be the first prize. The third prize is that small Altoid tin mini journal that you guys have seen me create. If you haven't, you can check that out in the playlist. That is going to be the third prize. So in order to qualify, you need to for the first and second prize, you need to go to the playlist for those journals, one being called the Autumn Garden, one being called the Autumn Diary. I have not created the Autumn Garden Journal yet. It is my next project, but you'll just want to be watching and checking back, and you need to be commenting on every video in that playlist and every video in this playlist in order to qualify for the giveaway. My only request is that you be a subscriber, that you like the video, that you engage on the channel, engage in the comments. That's why I like the comments. I don't care really what you say or how you comment. I do love it when we interact. I love it when we share information. I love it when we share what inspires us or a creator that inspires us, those kinds of things. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm not sure when the drawing will happen. Again, 2,000 came upon me very, very fast. I was not prepared, and so it's going to be a while before we're going to be doing any giveaway. A while for me is probably about a month or 6 weeks maybe, so not too bad, because I've got to finish. I had to make this one, finish it, and then start the other one, which is going to be a full 3 signature journal. So it's a huge endeavor, but I want to do that for you guys. I don't sell my art, so giving away is what I do. It's my passion. It's what feeds my soul. It makes my heart happy, and so that's what I have chosen to do, and it's my way of thanking you for being here. So, and I'm always looking for suggestions, ideas. I'm working through a list that I created out of the 1,500 subscriber giveaway, which just seemed like it just happened. So I've got a list of all of those ideas and all those things that you want to see me do on the channel, and I am working my way through them. So let's get to the business at hand. So you would have seen this topper made it's in the playlist Autumn Garden, and it's my Sunday's Art of Truth video for, I believe it was October the 16th, and it's called Letting Go is the title of the video, and we made this topper in that video. And then we in the next video we did some jelly printing on this Amazon packaging and made the cover out of it. So we did some mixed media work using some crackle paint, and as you can see, we've got gold and other beautiful texture here. I'll just show you. I've got my ring light on, hoping that it's going to help me with this nighttime filming, because I'm getting quite a lot of shadows. So that is that. And then off camera, and then on that last video, the second video in this series, we also took the jelly prints that I made on camera, and I made some pockets. I did put them in off camera because my last video kind of went a little bit long. So let me see what else I did. I can't quite remember. And then I did this pocket as well, and that's from the same jelly print. I just love that. Look at that beauty. Love it. Turned out so great. So that's all we've done in the journal so far. I'm not going to be decorating all of this online, you guys. So this will be the last one in this series. So you're going to be wanting to watch for 3 videos in the Autumn Diary Journal playlist. in order to qualify for the drawing for this one. So today, or what I did off camera, I'm so sorry guys, it's a work night, I keep saying that. What I did off camera is I just went ahead and just gathered a bunch of stuff from the kit to start putting together on camera. I've got a belly band, I've got this little envelope that's from the kit. I did go ahead and make this triple tag out of some of the jelly prints as well. That glare just bothers me. Oh my goodness. The change of the light is challenging, but if I turn it off, I'm going to try to turn this off and see what I think. So then, I don't know what I prefer. Shadow? I don't know. We're going to go for shadow right now. The light's super distracting for me. I'm not sure why. So I've got a bunch of pockets and tags and tucks and all of this stuff. So we're going to start putting that together. I also made a couple of clusters I thought were really cute, just out of some of the scraps from the kit as well as scraps from the jelly printing. So that's going to be fun. So let's go ahead and get going here. So let's start with, and I also have some beads. So I was going to look and see if my strings are long enough. I think they are. Let's go ahead and start with that. Let's start with putting a couple of beads on, or charms. So I have these kind of rectangle beads that I thought were really cool. So I only need 2 of each thing because it's only a 2 signature journal. So we've got 4 strings, and these are the signature strings. So, oh, that worked out a lot better than I thought. I'm just going to tie that in a knot. I don't buy any of these beads full price. I wait till they go 50% off on Joann's at joanns.com or Joann's store. So that's perfect. I love that. So let's do one of these. So these were some little charms that I also got there. 50% off, which is a bargain. I'm going to go ahead and do the same there, and we're going to skip to the other signature and do the other one. I may do some speeding up. My stuff is not inked, so I won't put you through that misery. So I will cut out the inking, and I will, or speed it up, I'm not sure, and I will speed up parts that I can just to keep this not too long. Let's go to the second signature. Where's our other string? There it is, sticking up at the top. So we'll do one more of these beads. I hope you guys are doing okay. It is the end of October, not my favorite time of the year, so if I have seemed a little scattered, I realized that that's probably more it than the fact that I keep saying that I'm filming at night after work. It probably has more to do with the season for me. It just has a lot of emotional charge to it still, so it gets better every year, but it's still tricky for me. So I get a little bit spacey and kind of just, I don't know, just in a weird spot. So anyways, enough of that. So we're going to put those aside. So those are gorgeous, perfect for this little beauty. So let's start with, let's just go from the front to the back. So we've got, this would be really beautiful to have something on. These are going to go on a, we could put this one here. Let's do that. I'm going to get my ink out here, guys. I'm wondering if I should have just inked this stuff up, but because I pin it all together, just to kind of keep all my stuff, because I prep 3 or 4 different videos at one time, and then I just get everything out and start filming, so it makes it tricky. So I'm just going to cut this out as I do it throughout this process. Okay, let's go ahead and get this pocket in here. So I've got my white glue here in the small bottle. I figured out how to fill it easier. So I've told you about this white glue before, and it actually pours really well into the small bottle. I think because this bottle is fairly small, it's only 4 fluid ounces, so it was not too bad. I was making it way harder than it needed to be. I gotta take this thing off, it drives me crazy. So we're gonna go ahead and glue on 3 sides. Gosh, Gosh, if I could get my directions right, it'd be perfect. So anyway, back to the weekend, end of the month. We don't have school on Monday, Halloween Day. Our school just does not have school on that day. It doesn't benefit anybody, teachers or students, to be at school on that day. They just don't feel like it's really very productive, especially if kids are, anticipating, all the things about Halloween. But, oops, just bonked the camera with my head. So I have a 3-day weekend, which is going to be pretty sweet because I'm going to finish my sister's journal. That is For the Love of Blue journal, and I'm looking to finish that. And so here we go. So these are 2 beautiful cards that are in the kit. This kit is from My White Cat Journal, not journals. I had a hard time finding her stuff because I was putting an S on the end. It's My White Cat Journal. She will be linked in the supply list over on my blog. The link to the blog is in the description box below. So we're just going to stick those in there. Really simple. I may go back. I like to put little pieces of lace or pulls or something on, not like this one, but on this one, just to make it look a little bit more interesting. So we also have, let's see what we've got here. We have this tuck. I thought this tuck would be really cool here. It's a little jar from the kit that's got this image in it, which I just think is precious. Look at that. And so you can make a tuck out of that. So I'm going to go ahead and ink those pieces up. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and glue this on this page right here. Because I just kind of wanted to retain that. I like that those words. It's steps to good English. So we're going to glue all the way down here and around here. So we're going to hold it like this, and I'm going to go this way around. Hope that makes sense. So anyway, after I get my sister's journal done, then I will be able to focus. Not entirely. I don't ever just work on one thing because I get, I don't know, I don't get bored, but I just need to mix it up, I guess. So I will be working on some other things. I still need to finish the Green Adventure journal, and see if I can get that to the person I was going to do the swap with. So yeah, we'll see how that goes, but I still have it, and I've put some new things in it, but it's just not, unfortunately, at the top of my priority list. So there we go. So that is that beauty. I'm going to go ahead and put these cards in there. It just sticks right in there like that. Oh, that sunflower is so pretty. And I love this washi. Isn't that cool? So cool. Okay, there we go. So let's move on. I will probably put something on here, but I'm going to come back to this. You know what? Actually, I don't want to get too much in the first signature. Like, I don't want to load it up too fast here because we do have 2 signatures to fill. So I'm going to flip back here. If I can find the second signature. Come on. Where is the second signature? Right there. So my spine did get a little wacky, but I'm thinking it's going to be all right. So I think I'd like to put this pocket right here. And there's not going to be much inking to this, so I'm just going to go ahead and let the camera roll because I don't need to ink that, except maybe these edges that are lighter. It's really dark print there. And this is all really dark too. In fact, I can always ink the backs of those off camera. So I think I'll just do that. So this one, I just took a page from the kit. There wasn't a lot of tags in a larger size in the kit that I wanted, so I did just decide to cut some of my own out of the kit paper. So this is a pocket that needs to go on that way. I'm thinking I want to put a little bit of lace on here. Where's my lace? I didn't grab my basket for this project, so let's see what we've got in here that might do the trick. So we have that, and then we also have this coffee dyed eyelet trim. Sorry for my squeaky chair. It's a nuisance. Let's see about this. I'm gonna stick that over there. Thinking about putting it here. Kind of going under that pocket. Oh my goodness gracious. And then the only thing I don't like is just that getting around that edge, if you know what I mean. So then you've got this down here, which just doesn't make me happy. So we will use that somewhere else. I'm just going to go ahead and put the pocket on as it is. This little tuck thing, so it's going to get glued on 3 sides. I really, really loved this kit. I loved the tones were just so pleasing. Like, I just love those kind of goldish colors and really pale yellow. I think it's right up my alley for fall. It's a great way for me to break into creating some fall stuff. So this one I will put some kind of, well, let's just go ahead and do it now. I've got a piece of this lace here. We'll just make a little topper to go on top of it. So, and then I might put a button on it or something later, but I'm going to get my Fabri-Tac out for this. Just put a little bead of glue up here at the top and just place that down, and then we're going to fold it over and do the same on the back. Nothing too complicated, just a little bit of visual interest here. I'm going to pull that up and over. Sorry, I'm completely off camera. Yikesies. Okay, so that's that. I'm going to try to pat this so that I can get some of that excess glue off, because I do want to put it in its spot. And sometimes what I'll do is I have these, I don't know where my piece is. There's a piece. As I'll take a piece of this parchment paper and I'll just cut it down, and then I can go ahead and proceed on with what I'm doing. It's coming up. Proceed on with what I'm doing and just be able to stick that in the pocket, knowing that the paper behind it is going to be protected. So basically that's that. And then our card can go in here. And again, I might decorate some of these a little bit more than you're seeing here, but we can do that later. I can do that later. So let's keep going through the back here. Let's do something here. This is the middle of the second signature. So I want to just clip this in, I'm thinking. So I think this would be a great spot for it, is in the kind of in the back-ish. So I'm going to go ahead and use one of these gold paper clips that I had holding these together. Let me show you. I already showed you a close-up, didn't I? I want it to hang down a little bit so we can see that lace. And I'm just going to put that paper clip, if I can figure out how paper clips work. And, oh, you know what we're going to do? We're going to put a piece of that ribbon on there. I think we'll get the other color. So I like this one too. I ordered this from, oh, this was free. This wasn't even one that I bought. Called the My Scrap Cabin. But this was a freebie. She just threw that in just for the heck of it. How kind. Okay. That was way too long, and I do that all the time, so I'm going to shorten this. I just went through my little textile scrap bin and pulled out a bunch of stuff. Pulled out all the little bits and put them in a different space so that I would actually use them and not have to dig to the bottom of my basket every time. And then I just chucked a bunch of stuff. Like, I looked through it, I'm like, there's stuff in there I am never going to use. Like, what is the point of keeping it? So I'm going to do that same thing with my little paper scraps as well in there. my basket. So this is what it looks like now. And it was overflowing. Like I had to stuff everything back in there every time I played with it. Oh goodness, I just I just lost my mind. Let's try this again, a little bit less distracted, Cara-Renee. So I would love to hear in the comments, if you'd like, to let me know, what is your favorite season and why? What is your favorite season? I love summer. I love summer. It's full of life and growth. And even though it can get really hot and that can be really uncomfortable, it is probably my favorite season of the year. Next would be Christmas, winter. Spring and fall are both challenging for me. So we're going to go ahead and, oh, I just put it on the wrong end. It needs to go on this end so that it can actually paper clip on. So I'm going to do that. Whoops. Goodness gracious. Do you ever have days like that where you're just seriously like all thumbs and nothing really works very well? So that is just a cute little paper clip. Okay, so let's see. Let's go back to the first signature. I will make tags to go in places like this. And then on the inside cover, you can see it's really, really dark and such. I ran out of my crackle paint and it didn't have enough to do the inside, so I just left it the way it was. And that's fine. It happens. But I'll probably do something with that off camera. So we've got a belly band that I thought would be fun to do. So let's see where we can put that. We want to kind of spread the stuff out here in the in each signature, so that we're at the end already there. So let's check this one out. This spot would probably, I don't like to always cover up the blank pages though, in case people want to use it to actually write on, and same with that. We already used that. And I think my signatures are also smaller in this journal than is typical. So let's see what's there. That's vellum, and that's just not a contrary color. So, I guess we'll go up here. We'll just put it here. So what I wanted to do with this, I made a tiny little cluster. Isn't this so adorable? And it's just got some lace, some paper scraps, a piece of the coffee dye, or not coffee dyed, the jelly print paper that we did in the video. So what I wanted to do with this, I'm just going to move that out of the way, is I have a length of this just long enough to cover both sides of this belly band. So I'm going to just cut that in half. And we're going to go ahead and put it on the back side so it's hanging over the edges. I can be pretty generous with this glue too, because the part that we want to have go over the edge is kind of wide. It's this part. So this is coffee dyed eyelet trim that I coffee dyed. I love coffee dyeing eyelet. So I'm just moving it down so that it's all even, like so. I'm going to grab my paper towel again, just give that a press. And when because it's going out like this, and things that get tucked in are going to get tucked in this way, this is not going to impede on anything going in or out. So that's a benefit of doing this kind of thing. So I'm going to do the same with the other side. And then I'm going to slide a piece of parchment in here. And again, this is a nifty trick for just being able to, like, you don't want to wait for things to dry, and it keeps you moving along, especially if you're trying to get a bunch of stuff done in one sitting. So I'm going to just trim this down. And I'm going to slide this in. It's probably too wide though. And then I just recycle these. I use them again and again. So I just happen to, I think I have them stuck in my sister's journal right now, the ones that I had already pre-cut. So, oh goodness, I just lifted the whole thing up. Goodness gracious. Okay, let's try that again. It's the, that's a good thing I'm putting that in, because we do have some stickage from the glue that's holding the eyelet trim on. So that is that. And then we're going to put on one of the clusters on here. So which one do we want? We have this one, and where'd the other one go? This one. I think it was supposed to be the littler one. I think I created it especially for that. So we're going to glue that on as well. There we go. Oh, that's so pretty. Look at that. Okay, we have a pocket here we can put in. So let's look. This is a paper bag, or like a lunch bag. You know, the ones that don't have the bottom; they just have the flat bottom, or it's not a flat bottom bag. But I'll probably do that off camera. So. Shall we put, I think this would be really good on this one, because it's got some tones that are really beautiful. So I'm not sure what I was thinking here. I've got all this decor. I've got some cards. So let's see what we were thinking here. Oh, I know. I was going to put this ruler on. So I'm going to ink this up really quick. Okay. These were rulers from the kit, which I love that. I feel like I want something else there now that I'm thinking about it. So I think I want a piece of this just to kind of continue to tie that eyelet in. I'm going to try to, I think this is the last of it that I have coffee dyed right now. So I'm going to try to be a little more frugal. But I think that I want that to be down underneath that ruler. Yeah, I'm not going to have it go down, obviously, because I didn't choose to do that before I started applying the glue. But that is okay. It does not have to be the samey everywhere. So I'm just going to put this on like so, and just try to get it straight. And my paper towel again. Okay. That won't stay looking wet though when it's dried. So I feel like that's crooked though. Okay, so then I also had this piece of seam binding that I kind of wanted to put on here, but I've tried scrunching it before. It doesn't really go very well for me. So, but I'm going to try it because I'm not a quitter. So I'm going to just put some Fabri-Tac all the way down here, and we're gonna have a go at it together. See what we can do. So we're going to put that up there. I'm just going to kind of squish it together. Not too concerned about what it looks like. Part of the problem is you get your fingers all sticky, and it's like, oh, how do I move my fingers? Because I'm stuck to this surface that I'm pressing on. So I don't know if it's easier to just kind of go like that and then get your fingers unsticky, like with a paper towel, like that, and then just start messing with it once your fingers are less sticky. So that's looking okay. It's kind of the messy look that I'm going for here. Not scrunched up enough though. I've thought about just getting my machine out and doing this on a machine. I've sewed sari silk before like that, so I think you could totally do that. I love that. I love that, and it's going to tie in that color into the journal, which I think is lovely. So there we go. There we go. And then, oh, such a simple little pocket, isn't it? And again, that will all dry clear. So I've got this little flower I thought I'd put on. Oh, we've got our ruler too. Goodness. The ruler is the star of the show. We'll put it right there. I should have accounted for that differently. But that's okay. We just roll with it. I have to tell you though, my husband's job is pretty stressful. So every day I tell him to be a duck and just let it all roll off and not worry about everything that he cannot control. So I told him I was going to get him a rubber ducky keychain. Sorry, that's my phone. I'm going to pause. Okay, that should be over. That is the politicians calling, which I don't appreciate. So anyway, so I told him I was going to get him a rubber ducky keychain, or I was going to get him a little rubber ducky stuffy, just kind of as a personal joke, but he just laughs. But I tell him that every morning. Be a duck. Let it roll off. So we're going to put that right there. I think this is lovely. It's getting a little bit bulky, but in my usual journals, I allow for that bulk by making my spine very big. So I allow 1 inch per signature. Now I have 2 signatures in here and it's not even an inch. So this is going to be very different for me. But we have to work with it because it's just the way that the construction worked. I've never done a soft cover before, so it was definitely a learning curve. So I'm getting my little words out to see if I can find something that I want to put on there as far as a quote or something. Oh, I like humble. Yeah, humble is good. I'm going to trim that up and down because these are really long, which I guess some people like that, but I tend to cut them down. So anyway, my whole ducky conversation always gets my husband chuckling in the morning, which is good. And it helps to be reminded that we don't need to let everything that flies around us, we don't need to let it land on us. We can just let it roll off. Be a duck and let it roll off. So it's kind of fun. Anyway, silliness. There we go. So not much left to do. I'm going to kind of put that down on the flowers a little bit. There we go. Got some ooze and glue. There we go. So I think we wanted this pocket here. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous there? Oh my gosh. Could not have planned that better. So we're going to go ahead and glue 3 sides. There we go. So that is that. So we only have 2 pieces left, I think. We've got a tag. So let's just do the tag real quick. I can't remember what I was doing with this either. And I do this, I get these pinned on and then my paper clip will get stuck. So what was I doing? Oh, I guess I'm putting that there. So let's go ahead and ink these bits up. Okay. Oh, I think this was for the top, a topper. So I think I do want to grab a button because I feel like that's really boring. So we're going to look in our little bin of buttons and see if something jumps out at me. I'm going to try to look at maybe those tones that we have going on in this journal. Oh, look at that old button. Isn't that cool? It's still got the thread in it. Oh, this is really pretty, but too big because it's pretty thick for a journal. And we've got this button. It's a little bit too red. Not a big fan of red. I don't really sort my buttons, so this is this is what we get. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, but we've got a little, this must be a purchase button, so we've got a little bit of a piece of metal in there. So I'm just going to grab my little, hopefully this pokey tool will work. Get that out. Easy peasy. Come on, Cara-Renee. Be smarter than the metal. You can do it. It's another thing we just started doing with our special ed kids. We're really working on modeling language for them, and so I now am thinking about it all the time. Like, you know, how would I model that? Like, how would I use a simple conversation to model language with them? And it's been really interesting and fun and useful. So we say a lot of that. You can do it. I like pineapple. And then they get to reply if they want to. Sometimes they don't really say anything, but you get them to engage with you. So it's so rewarding, you guys, working with special ed kids. It's just so sweet. A lot of challenges though. They're exhausting, but I love my job. There we go. So that was going to go right there, which I still love. So we're going to put that on there. Simple. Doesn't have to be complicated. So let's put that right there. I just love the lace. It just adds a bit of interest to a project. You certainly don't have to do that. If you don't like lace, don't do it. But I feel like I need something under this, so I'm going to pull out my itty bitty. Let me show you the itty bitties. So these are the pieces that I sorted out. That, I mean, they're not itty bitty, but they're not mixed in with fabric scraps and stuff. And they're just things like this, you know, just little bits, stuff like that. That would be perfect right there. I'm going to trim it up a little bit, but it will be fine. Because I like this sheer lace because you can see through it. So we're going to glue that on, kind of down here towards the bottom. Like that. Just simple, nothing too complicated. We glue our word on top, and then looking at the time, I think we need to be done. So I'm going to do one more bit, and then I will say goodnight, and I will finish this journal off camera. And you can find again the rules. I don't like the word rules, but the qualifications for the giveaway. They'll be in the video description and over on my blog and Facebook if you follow me there. So let's just put this topper on here too, and our button. Forgot that. I guess we can go for a few more minutes because I will be cutting out that gluing time, and or not gluing time, the inking time, which always shortens my video. I count on that. Turn her over. More on the back. This paper I bought from Amazon. It's just a generic like background paper, and what's really cool is it's the same print on both sides, and it's really thin, so it works great for backing things. I'll try to remember to link it, and if I ever say that, please don't be offended. Just leave me a comment and say, hey lady, you said you were going to link this product, can you link it? And I will go back and I will link it. I do not want to set you up for failure or frustration. So we're going to go ahead and put that button right there. Perfect. I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac. I'm just going to put it right here on the lace itself. Not sure where I'm going to put the tag. Let's kind of take a peek and see if there's an obvious place for it right now. So we do have, I think that we can put, this is just a little booklet, which I'll do off camera, but I'll show it to you. This is from the kit, And I just put some of my coffee dyed paper, and I'm going to staple it in with my long arm stapler and create that little booklet. And then the only other thing we have is this. Oh, we have two. We'll find a place for those two. And then there's just an envelope. So I think I'll just do those two offline, off camera, and so I don't keep you too long. But we can put this in here, and we'll be good to go. But for now, let's just see where we want this beauty. Oh, I think it would be really pretty here. That pocket is going to be tough though. So let's see if we can get that in there. Yeah, that's where it's going to go. I'm not going to slide it in there right now because I'm not liking this though. I'm going to take that off. I don't like that lace. I'm just going to take it off. It's okay. And I'm just going to remove the word and put it directly on here. Hopefully it's got enough glue. It seems to. I don't like that lace. Probably because I'm an asymmetrical or symmetrical person, and it's not symmetrical. It works okay in clusters, but not really on something like that. So that will go there. That will be its home. So again, I'm not going to put that in because I don't want it to get glued in. So let's put these clusters in, and then we will be done. So should we put one on here? Oh, that would be perfect there, wouldn't it? Or this one. This one. I will probably make more clusters, so no worries that I'm using all of them that I've made. They're great to use scraps from the kit. I'm just going to kind of put it at the bottom there. And then let's find one more spot. We'll go to the second signature. See if we can find a home for it. I often will put them on pages like this because if I want to retain that paper, probably not in this case because this is not super interesting, but I love the age of it. I don't want to cover up that design, so I'm not going to do that. And we've already got something there, and that's not the right colors. And I don't want to take away from that writing space. We could put it here, which I think would be really pretty because it ties those two together. Sometimes if these are bigger, I'll make them into a tuck spot, but these are definitely too small in my opinion. So I'm just going to glue it on just as a decorative piece. So that is it, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. Again, check out the video description if you're interested in the giveaway. Just keep watching the channel. Go and like each of the videos in the Autumn Garden Journal playlist and the Autumn Diary playlist. This is the Autumn Diary journal. So that is what it's looking like so far. It's getting pretty chunky already, and it's a little misaligned in the spine, but I think it's going to be okay. I saw a comment from Evie in my YouTube. I just haven't had a chance to reply. And she talked a little bit about her experience with the soft cover journal. So I'm looking forward to being able to read that and consider what she's sharing, because I think, I mean, I need the help. So, but that's what it's looking like now. But the cool thing is I can tie this up with a piece of sari silk or seam binding, and I can just hold that baby closed. So, and then there's our little dangles. Some of them are a little bit short, but that is okay too. I'm not going to worry about it too much. I had trouble with this signature, putting these signatures in. If you watch that video, it's kind of the zoo. So anyway, thank you guys so much. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.